We in the game, boys. What's going on, man? How you feeling today, my boy?
Good, man. We're here. First time doing a podcast. We're ready to shell it, man. Like, we've got a lot of things we want to talk about. Charged up, man. All the way charged up.
Fully. So before we get into this, obviously this is going to be on my boys' channel, so I'm talking to you lot, right? But what we're going to be looking to do in this podcast is just have a bit of a sit-down conversation. Nothing too crazy. You can see I've got the screen green behind me and them kind of something there, you know what I'm saying? So what we're going to be doing is, I think, bro, I've obviously been here in Thailand now for almost a year, bro. You're coming up to like your 4 or 5 month mark now as well.
Bro, I even have to think. You know, time just goes so quickly. I think it's coming up to like nearly 6 months now, bro.
Damn.
That's literally half a year, bro. Being like
That's crazy. I'll rate that. So let's have a bit of a reflection. It's December, Christmas time. Let's just jump straight in, man. So how would you say, reflecting on your 6 month journey leaving home, how has that been?
The journey's been, I feel like, everything I've expected and 10 times more. Like, I knew that it was going to be pressure to thrive from a business standpoint, personal development, fitness, everything. I knew that it was going to be pressure, but the pressure's real. Like, you got to rise to it, you know? Yeah. You're out here in an environment where it's unfamiliar. You don't know the language, you don't know the people, you don't know where things are. You're literally reinventing yourself. So it's like, imagine going to university, but 10 times more intense than that. You feel me? Because you're in a new country now as well. So just to sum up, it's been a wicked journey, man. Like, honestly, I'm so happy I've done this. I think it's been the best decision I've ever made in my whole life, bro. Genuinely, being out here and just, throwing myself out into something that's completely new, bro. I've loved every part of it.
So let's look into that. So obviously, you guys already subbing to bro, so they already know some level of information about you. But what was you doing before you came out to Thailand?
So before I was out here in Thailand running my own online business, I am a personal development and fat loss coach. That's what I do. The name of my brand is called Mind Over Scale. We help young men, predominantly age 20 to 30, level up, become the best version of themselves mentally and physically through our coaching, right? And before I was doing this, I've been doing the coaching for about a year, but only took it seriously, I'd say, about 8 months ago, right? Yeah. Really started to level up and put my full focus into it. Before that, though, I was working in finance, training to become a financial advisor. I was obsessed with it. Like, I was that maths geek in school, business, economics, all that stuff.
You was a nerd.
I was a neat, bro. You can ask the man. I used to chat to him about stocks, the stock market, investing.
But that's good though. You always have that one friend in the group, but at the same time, it's good to have that friend in the group. Even though I'm gonna be like, you're a neat, you're a nerd, but so was I, kind of. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you need that. Go on.
Everyone's a so-called neek in their own way. Like, everyone's got something they're obsessed about and they won't shut up about.
Yeah.
And my thing back then was finance, stocks, and that's the line of work I was in, and I loved it. But then, honestly, my mindset just changed. As soon as I started seeing that, you could really create income by yourself, doing something purposeful, I said, you know what? I'm going to take the biggest risk I've ever taken in my life. Bro was already in Thailand, inspired me. Left my job, but we done a double whammy. We left the job and we also moved to Thailand as well. So we've been taking risks for real, man. But that's kind of what I was on before I come out here, to be fair, man. But obviously, always got to give credit to bro as well, because he took the first step, man, and showed me that it was really possible. And now I'm here. Don't regret it at all, man. Yeah. So yeah, bro.
I rate that. Let's even touch on that, because I've never actually asked you this year. Like, so again, for context, like, I've been, out of us two, I came out here before you, like a good six and a bit months before you. End of 2023, I came here to Thailand on holiday for 10 days with my big sister. We went to Phuket. Crazy experience, crazy holiday. And it just kind of made me realize that, like, I actually want to travel. Well, I already knew that, let me not lie, because 2023 was a bit of it was a game-changing year for me, because I was doing well in my corporate job and I actually traveled to 6 different countries in the whole of 2023. And I think through visiting 6 different countries on holiday, 5 of the 6 holidays I went on were solo holidays, like all on my own, whether it was with work, doing public speaking, because I do that, we'll touch on that in a second, or just generally traveling. So that really opened up my mind to be like, like, there's a big ass world out here, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? You got to go and travel, and there's so much more to the ends. There's so much more to life than the UK, than London, than wherever you're from. You know what I'm trying to say? So then I already knew that. Back end of the year, then I went to my final holiday, which was with my sister. I went to Phuket, Thailand. And I was like, yeah, bro, like I can really see myself living out here. Like it's lit, da 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 da. And then within 60 days, I'd already booked my ticket, quit my job, one-way ticket, come straight here, bro. Just came off savings. I'm like, fuck it, bro. Like, you know me, I'm a very impulsive person, innit? If I want to go after something, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna do it, innit? So yeah. But the main reason why I say that is because when I came and made that move and like you saw me, you're on my YouTube channel. Like remember the first video when it's like 30 days till I leave to Thailand? You was in that video. Like all of my close ones was in that video. What was it like for you seeing your boy up and leave? Because obviously there was a 6-month period where you didn't see me. We weren't really speaking. I was figuring shit out on my own in Thailand. What was that like for you? I've never actually asked you this question, you know what I'm saying?
It was mad difficult because like me and bro had just met, 3 months we knew each other for.
Yeah.
But like we just connected. Same mindset, same vision in terms of the fact we didn't want to work a job. We had a deeper purpose to fulfill in life and we knew we wanted something deeper. Like we'd link up, we'd go to this place called Moxie's, like a co-working spot.
That was the come up, man.
That was the come up for real. We had our work laptops there and then we had our personal laptops and we'd just be doing our own thing. And just, you know, any calls that come through from work and that, I don't even care, my old manager sees this, who cares now, innit? But, you know, we'll just take that as and when. But like we was really putting in work together, we was in the gym together, you know, and we just connected, bro. Formed a real brotherhood. So like when bro told me he was leaving, I was so happy. I was so gassed for you because I was like, wow, like, bro, actually don't give a toss. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it touched my chest because it's like, I didn't really had a lot of people around me on the same mindset. And I think that goes back to the fact, I always talk about this. Like when you're stepping into that 2.0 version of yourself, it gets lonely because there's only a few select man that you can relate to, right? And you're gonna lose hella friends. So be prepared for that. Anyone that's leveling up, and you're gonna lose hella friends, bro. And like, bro was one of the only guys I could relate to, talk to about like my, even emotions as well, but like what man's going through, you know, finances, business, everything. We had that same bond. So when you left, I was like, damn, cool, I can still FaceTime him and that, but I can't go to a work spot and be around that energy. And me and bro are very heavy on this, you know, energy is contagious, bro. Like he'll be there, you know, like he was pitching big deals them days, you know what I'm saying, to these corporate companies and that. Oh, we're just meant to be working. So like, I was like, damn, that just inspired me. Like, I need to level up. So when I lost that, it touched my chest. I'll be real, it definitely did. It definitely did, man. So yeah.
That's crazy because like even back then as well, like, you know, I just have a picture of me and you like in my head. Like I was wearing like some just looking bummy, bro, just in Moxie. Like you said, it will be during a work day. It will be like a Tuesday where we're both working from home. We come, meet in the morning like 8 a.m. Be at this Moxie's obviously like a hotel which got like a cafe work spot, bottom floor. So we're there at the cafe area, the lounge area, all day, work laptop on the left and our personal laptop on the right. One of them ones where you're just squiggling the keyboard to make sure that the manager don't say anything. You got 2 work meetings throughout the day and the rest of the time you're just on your own laptop, building your business, planning, doing what you got to do, putting the seeds and foundations in place, which is literally what's allowed us to get here, bro. Literally. So I resonate with that a lot and I feel like that stage in my life was really when I started to have my like early signs and stages of independence that I'm actually going to go out and do my own thing. Go on.
Let's touch on this though. Let's talk about the reality of life when you're working a full-time job, right? You're also trying to build your side hustle to leave that job. Let's talk about the realness of it, bro. What was your routine like on a day-to-day basis when you was trying to get out of that job?
Yeah, it was crazy. In the UK, I'd say up to about 4 months before I left for Thailand and quit my job. So I quit my job, I'm pretty sure end of January. From like August until January, my routine was I'd have to go into the office between 1 to 2 times a week. I used to work in central London, right? It took me an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there. That means I had 3 days when I was working from home. So those 3 days, I'm starting work at 9, finishing at 5:30. So then I'd be up from like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., Monday to Friday, go to the gym. So I'd wake up, say 4:30, meditate, get shower changed. Now it's 5 a.m. Go to the gym, be there by 5:15. Quick gym sesh from 5:15 to like 6:35, 6:40. Come back, shower change, get some food. Now it's 7:10, and I'd have like a good hour and a half slot to lock in and work on my business, which obviously at the time was my Gen Z consultancy. Working on that before I had to start my day job and lock in. And then from 9 a.m., I'm trying to just do as minimal work as possible that I'm able to get away with. And then in between, I'm using the extra hours where I didn't have meetings to just basically, again, lock in at home, be on my work laptop, start putting things in place. I was building VSLs myself. I was learning. I was watching courses. I had 2 big ass whiteboards in my room. You know what I'm gonna say? Like I had 2 big ass whiteboards in my room that I'm writing down all these notes, like just locking in, bro, and just putting in the work, building websites for my business, all that early stage entrepreneur stuff that you think you need to do, which you think is important, but in hindsight, it's not really. Like, fuck a website, you don't really need that. Like, the main thing is obviously getting leads, people to see your business, your core offer, your product. But at the time, this was the stuff that I was putting my energy into, like building decks and stuff like that to pitch my services to people. That's what my life literally looked like. Finished my day job from 5:30, and then 5:30 till like 11 p.m. I'm still, again, the next 6 hours just working on building my business, bro. Like, and that was my life for like a good 12 weeks before I moved to Thailand, like genuinely.
Do you remember that feeling you had at that time?
Yeah,
just in your stomach, bro. Like,
but I'd say at that stage of my life, I was really just in my flow state, and I was just hungry. And this is what comes back to what you said to me before, which is that you're never gonna change your life unless you hate your life. And at the end of the day, what you're not changing, you're choosing. So, for example, I did not like my life. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, because depressed and all these words. I'm not gonna like label myself to that, because I wasn't that, but I simply just was not content with the life I was living. I didn't like the fact that I was 22 or 21 years old living in my mum's. I didn't like the fact that my mum's still working a job. I didn't like the fact that I felt like my mum was providing for me, and I was not in a position to provide for my mum. And even though some people might be like, oh bro, you're young, chill out, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm a millionaire now, I'm doing everything for my mum, but I'm now in a position where my mum doesn't have to have me as a bit of a burden. My mum doesn't have to provide anything for me. I've been here living abroad for a whole year. She doesn't, I am self-sufficient, and I like that. And the next step is gonna be, okay, cool, mum, now it's my turn to take care of you. But in that stage of my life, it was my mum taking care of me. And I had to be real enough to be like, raw, like, man's 21, living under my mum's roof. My mum is cooking for me 3-4 times a week. My mum does part of my washing. My mum's here cleaning up the whole yard, really, and I'm just working a full-time job. Like, I didn't like that feeling on a deeper one, and I felt like that really made me become someone different. And like, because of the fact that I just didn't like my life, not just because of that factor, but also because of the fact that I didn't like my job. I felt like I was being held back by my manager at the time. I felt like my value that I was providing for my past company far exceeded the amount I was getting paid salary-wise for what I was doing and building for the company. I'm not going to get too into it, but I was working for the 5th largest media company in the world, and I basically pitched my own job role to the CEO of the company I was working for, discovered a whole new opportunity for the company to leverage the fact that Gen Z people were leaving corporate, and I helped my company kind of be like pioneers in that space on behalf of me. I built a Gen Z community with hundreds of members. I flew internationally. I flew nationally and internationally to do public speaking engagements, speaking on behalf of my company, promoting the stuff that we're doing. And I saved my company £500,000 in 1 year. And imagine saving your company so much money and coming to the end of your year review and your manager saying, yeah, we can't give you a promotion. We can't even pay you an extra £2,000, even though you saved us all this money. Now, what the fuck is that? So for all of those reasons, plus the environment I was in, I've always kind of grown around an environment which has not been the most positive, not just in my internal house, but also like people around me who are like just doing things and choosing a lifestyle that I don't want to follow. All those things mixed into one, I just didn't like my life.
Yeah.
I just didn't really enjoy it. So therefore, it made my back be against the wall and made me want to go and become someone and level up and be independent, so I don't have to experience the things I was experiencing. And that's the key pillar that allowed me to kind of leave, basically. So
bro's so right, man. Like, it's that compounding effect of all these things, right, that you just hate about your current situation. That is what leads you to take action and brings out that inner dog inside you.
Yeah.
You need to get pissed off. Like, genuinely, you need to get pissed off. Without that feeling of, I actually somewhat hate my life right now, like, you're never gonna make a change, bro. Like, I can speak from my own experience. I only lost the weight and stopped being fat and obese when I hated my life. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, what is this, bro? I only left my job when, like, it got to the point where I couldn't even be present there anymore. Like, I was literally on the verge of losing my job because my mind wasn't there. Same way with, coming to Thailand as well. I left to move to Thailand when I was literally sick of being in the same environment, bro. Doing the same shit week in, week out, bro. So, you need to get pissed off. Like, unless you genuinely hate the position you're in any area of your life, you are never gonna make a change, bro. Like, use that as fuel. You know, I'm not saying it's the best energy, right, to use to get out of your current situation, but you should still use it. You need to use that in some way, means, shape, or form. You need to use it. You need to get pissed off. You need to understand that man are living a flipping amazing life, bro. And that could be you. That could literally be you right now. But you just need to flip and take action, bro. You know what you need to do? Go and do it. Like bro said, this is what it takes, bro. You gotta wake up, you know, earlier, a few hours earlier. Get balls deep into work, bro. When you come back, do it as well. And this is why I feel like, bro, like it's so important to choose a business model that you actually enjoy and you're passionate about. Because, bro, like, I'll be real, we've met countless people out here doing so many different types of business models, yeah? I couldn't do what they do. Why? Because I don't love it. What I do love doing, though, is seeing the effect of the things I'm saying to other people, you know, from a mindset standpoint, physique standpoint, and how that impacts their life. You know, when someone comes to me and said, bro, I read this book that you recommended and it's changed my whole mindset. Bro, I've lost 11 kg, like I feel like a new man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that is what gives me, that's what gets me out of bed every morning. So I couldn't choose a random ass business model. But if you are looking to actually just leave your job, up and leave your job, find something you're passionate about and go hard on it, bro. Like, make the time for it. Don't use this excuse, oh, my 9 to 5. Shut up, bro. Like, let's be honest. If you wanted to make time for it, you would do it. You know, like me, I used to wake up every single day. I'd set myself about 3 tasks for the day. 3 froggy tasks, yeah? Have this saying, we say, eat the frog. Learned this from a guy called Hamza, the self-improvement guy, right? Wake up early, don't eat any food, have that mental clarity, get balls deep into work, smash it out. Think about your hardest, ugliest task. What are you putting off right now that you need to do to get your business moving forward? Do it first thing. Promise you, like, do that every single day for a couple of months, you'll see how your life changes, bro. And I know he's on the exact same shit. That's all it comes down to, bro, literally. Doing the work that you're avoiding, get up every single day and do it. You can leave your job, it's more than possible.
Yeah, I agree still, obviously. Obviously I agree with everything you're saying, like, especially with the eat the frog, that's something that kind of became part of my identity and the lead up to me, you know, leaving the UK and all that. I think one thing that I've kind of realized, and this is something I'm taking on now, is that in life, what you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you're there and you're in a situation which you don't like, you don't enjoy, you don't want that to be your lifestyle, you don't want to be doing these things every day. If you're not doing something today to change that, you're choosing to continue being in that uncomfortable situation. So then therefore you're being willfully ignorant because you know that there's a better way or there's a alternative lifestyle thing that you could be doing, which is going to be conducive to getting you to the life that you want or doing the things you want to be doing, but you're just not doing it for whatever reason. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that which you're not changing, you're choosing. If I didn't choose to change my life, like, let's look back when I was working my 9 to 5, like, I was comfy in my job, like, I could travel with my job, I had a work card, like, I could, you know, expense shit, like, I could do all the food. I used to feel like the man, like, within my, like, age, generation, demographic, whatever you want to call it, yeah? But if I wasn't changing that, then I'm choosing that. So that, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, me waking up earlier, going to bed later, putting in extra work, working from home, doing what I got to do, getting my day job out of the way so I can focus on what I'm doing and changing my actual routine and the inputs I'm doing, I would not have been able to change my life back then. So then therefore, if I didn't do those things, I would be choosing to stay in that same situation and scenario. So I just feel like that which you're not changing, you are choosing. Like, sit with that. Pause this. That which you're not changing right now, you are choosing. If there's something going on in your life right now which you don't enjoy, you don't like doing, if you're not doing something right now to change that, you're choosing to still be in that situation, and you just got to live with that.
Facts. Couldn't agree more, bro. What would you say to anybody? Because, like, obviously you got to understand, a lot of men are looking at, because you've been here for what? You say a year now, isn't it?
10 and a half months.
Coming up to a year, which is insane, bro, when you really do the whole year of your life. But
yeah,
what would you say to anyone? Because a lot of men are looking at you, and girls as well, right? Like, looking at you and feeling inspired by what you've done. Like, how has this guy got the bollocks to do this, right? Yeah. But what would you say to somebody that's on the verge of doing it, but they're having all these limiting beliefs, you know, self-doubt, all these kind of negative emotions about just pressing the fuck it button and doing it? What would you say to them?
I would say, so if somebody's there and is like wanting to move abroad or wanting to leave home or, scared to quit their job, you need to ask yourself, like, can I actually afford to not take a risk? Because everything is a risk. Like, let's actually break it down. Let's look at my journey. I'm 22 years old, right? As of right now, I turned 23 in 3 months, right? Been working a corporate job since I was 19. So 2.5 years of my life, I was doing this corporate thing. Then I quit. One way ticket to Thailand. Been working doing my own thing this whole year, right? Like if I was 20, when I was 21 years old and I was working in this full-time job, right? And I'm not feeling like I'm able to live life on my own terms. I'm feeling capped. I'm feeling like there's a ceiling. Because when you're working on a 9-to-5 job, there is a ceiling. Like, not here to hate on people's 9-to-5 job, but there's simply a ceiling. So I say that to say, can you afford to not take the risk of going after the life that you want? Like, can you actually afford to miss that opportunity? Can you actually afford to not go after what you want and at least see if it can work and see if you can make it? Can you afford to give up that potential life of living in your purpose to conform to a life of mediocrity, comfortability, and just knowing that there's more out there? Like, can you actually afford to give that up? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Everything in life is a risk. People might watch this right now and see like, oh, these men are hard, or they might hate and be like, oh, these men are washed, da 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 da. Cool. But at the end of the day, we've taken an alternative risk to what most people would take. Most people are comfortable to risk working their whole life in exchange for a perceived level of comfortability, which is false. It's not real. You can think, yeah, my job's going to save me. I'm going to get my salary. 2 weeks later, you get made redundant or you get sacked or you don't get promoted after 3 years of hard ass work. That's a risk. Do you know what I'm trying to say? To put your life and your energy and time spent into building a dream for somebody else because you wouldn't want to take the alternative risk to go and build your own dream, to go live life on your own terms, to go and build the life that you want and see if you can make that work. So really and truly, my biggest advice that I would give to my old self, anyone out there who's maybe a couple steps behind, wanting to move abroad, wanting to quit their job, whatever age you're at, can you really afford to not take that risk? Can you really afford another 1 to 3 years of working for somebody else to build their dream and get paid pennies in return of the investment that you're putting in? Example, I was like the corporate guy. Like my first personal brand, and we'll touch on this, was on LinkedIn. I was the guru. I was that Gen Z corporate guy. My whole first TikTok brand and Instagram brand before being known as this guy who takes risks and moves abroad and what I'm doing now, was it being a Gen Z and corporate. I was that guy at these networking events like, I met the senior leader today.
Yeah.
Right? That was me. When I was in that situation, which is the bigger risk? Risk A, living a life of comfort, knowing there's more out there for me, but I'm too scared and too shy to go for it. And I'm happy to go and try and put my life, my income, my earnings into the hands of somebody else and be strapped for time because I'm building somebody else's business, building somebody else's dream, or take the risk of the unknown of going after what I want to see what I can build and what type of person I can become. Which one's more riskier? You know what I'm trying to say? It's so as simple as that.
That is so real. And you got to look at the age. Like if you're literally between the ages, let's say, I'd say anywhere from 20 to 28, realistically, right? What have you got to lose? Like, what do you actually have to lose, right? Otherwise, you're going to end up having some midlife crisis when you got kids, and that's the way I see it, bro. Like, genuinely, I see it like that. Like, I would never want to be that guy. I'll be real. Like, married, kids, know I had a dream and didn't go after it, bro. I'd rather flipping fail a million times because, bro, the universe can't deny hard work, innit? That's the way I see it. Like, if you actually put in that work every single day, do what you say you're going to do, you're going to get to where you need to be. And we are literally living proof of that, bro. We're not gone clear completely, but, bro, look how far we've come, innit? So, like, I genuinely believe that. Like, it's just a amount of endurance. Like, what are you willing to endure? But you will reach where you need to be, bro, in due time. If you just get up every single day and stand on business, bro, and do what you say you're going to do.
I personally think that there's levels to the game, innit? And, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, look at me, just because I'm on the other side of the world from some of the people watching, right? But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that I feel like now I've got a lot of clarity in my life just because I kind of cut off one of the biggest senses of comfortability that you can have. living with your family, living under your parents' roof, having a full-time job and a stable income. You know what I'm trying to say? To go and build out my dream and go after the life that I want. I'm not even gonna come on no type of time where it's like, oh, like, you know, man's a made man, I'm doing da da da. All I've done is move abroad. But you have to understand that until you do that, right? Like, there's just levels to this game, bro. Like, there's men out here who have left home young, been doing their own thing, been independent, building a sick business, doing what they got to do. Fuck it, doing what they want to go and do out there, right? And then there's other people right now who are just here making excuses for themselves. Where do you really want to be? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because at the end of the day, we're just humans who just booked a ticket, believed in ourselves, and figured shit out along the way. Though all of those individual components are just things that every human can choose to go through, but most choose not to go through because, again, they don't want to take that risk, fear, limiting beliefs. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, you just need to just realize that it's a lot more achievable and attainable than you think. Because before I was out here doing this, I didn't know I could be out here doing this. You know what I'm trying to say? So many people live a life where it's like, oh, I believe it when I see it, but I believe it when I see it. Believe when I see it. See it, I don't think you can believe it. They'll think I need to see it in order for me to believe it, but you need to believe it first and then you'll see it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I did not know that I'd be able to be out here for a year. I genuinely didn't. I was like, well, fuck it, let's just see what happens. Damn. I believed in myself and knew that, bro, man's gonna do this regardless. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm just gonna go do my thing because I believe in me. And that's why I've been able to see it. And now things are coming to life because I believed in myself first, compared to me saying, oh, like, I need someone else to go out there for a year and see if I can do it, and then after I believe it. Like, you can't live life like that, innit? So.
Facts. You don't need proof of concept all the time, bro. You need to just believe in yourself. Be delusional, bro. Be so delusional, bro. Like, you can do anything you put your mind to, bro. You don't need to see proof of anything. Like, with anything in life, man, I 100% agree with that. Bro, tell me though, yeah? Over the course of this year, 2024, again, we're in December right now, yeah? Being here in Thailand, whether that's personal development, anything to do with your life, bro, give me some key reflections that you've really taken in this year, bro, being here.
First thing I've taken in is don't be naive, you know? I've been out here for a whole year, well, less than a year. I've met a lot of people. I've had a lot of experiences. I've had a lot of opportunities, a lot of wins, a lot of lessons. One of the biggest things that I have reflected on is don't be naive. Like, when I first came out here, obviously I was young. I'm still young. I was 21, fresh. I'm like, yeah, look at me. I'm popping on social media, whoop-de-woo. Like, I was a bit naive and thought that everybody, like, not everyone's going to be your friend. And just because you're in a different country doesn't mean to say that, fuck, we still don't go on here. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what I mean by when I say that is, like, just be cautious and cognizant about the energy you allow around you. Don't just think that just because you're in a new environment, everybody has good intentions, even though you might, you know? Because life will humble you and life will show you that that's not always the case, you know? So don't be naive to the fact that just because you're in a new environment, just because you've got new people around you, just because you've made new friends, that all of them are gonna have the same morals as you. Is this me trying to say that, oh, I've had someone's mad crazy fuck me over? No, nothing bad has happened to me. I'm still out here, like, nothing crazy has happened. But I definitely think that when I first came out here, I was just a bit too naive. I thought that everyone's gonna be my friend. I thought, yeah, this person's gonna put me onto this opportunity, but it's bullshit, you know what I'm trying to say? So just kind of have your wits about you and just be wise. Just be wise. That's definitely the thing I would say.
Yeah, that's the biggest takeaway you've learned this year, yeah?
Not this year, like, one of the biggest things I've reflected on since I've been here.
That's true, but you speak about that a lot as well. Like, you've told me this stuff as well, which is good. So what are you going to now do moving forward to prevent that from ever happening again with people?
Well, it's not an action, it's a mindset. So, like, nothing, I just said nothing happened to me, innit? It's not like I've been robbed by a Thai person, so it's not like I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to, like, not bring my wallet out with me. I'm just saying that going forward, just don't be naive, innit? Don't just expect everybody to just be your friend just because you met them for the first time and they're on the same journey as you. Like, just still have your wits about you. So that mindset I've already taken on. That is what I've already done since then. So yeah.
Good shit, bro. I say with me, the biggest lesson that I've learned is that it's literally, and Danko says this as well, like,
Real Danko boss.
Danko, like, he's a G, man. And he says that it's like, it's your life's works to constantly reinvent yourself. So self-improvement is like a never-ending journey. I've come so long, like such a far way in my life. For those of you that have been following me for a while and know who I am, right? Like I've taken myself out of a really dark place in my life, and now I'm here as well, man. So yeah. But I say that to say, yeah, when I came here, being completely honest, it took me a while to rebuild the habits that got me here in the first place, from a business standpoint, personal development, even fitness as well. Started falling out of love with fitness, which is mad, knowing that that's basically my livelihood. That and self-development is my livelihood. And I saw the impact that I had on my business as well. Because when you don't walk the walk and you don't do what you say you do, it impacts you, bro. Like people don't look up to you as a leader. But now I'm back on my shit fully. Like, bro, if you lot have been following me on Instagram, you see the self-improvement journey. I've got my daily non-negotiables, and every single day they get boxed off. I'm back on my reading, back on my present walks, back on my yoga in the morning. Yes, we do yoga. Not trying to be stiff anymore. But yeah, man, like you can't get by throughout life thinking you've just made it. Nah, bro. It's literally your life's works to constantly level up and reinvent yourself, man. Like the work ain't done. Even if you got to a certain milestone, the work ain't done. Keep that shit going, bro, because it got you here, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like whatever got you here in the first place, still keep that ingrained in you. So like, I'm stepping into that now. That's who I am. You know, like my thing is self-development and fitness. And that's who I am as a person. And I'll never, ever let that slip away from me again, no matter where I'm in the world. So yeah, man. Because obviously it's difficult coming out here, you know, like all the distractions, the partying and all this stuff. Like it's easy to get lost in the sauce, and everyone does it. You know what I mean? We're all human. We all make mistakes. But it's acknowledging that and saying that, you know, I feel like me and bro are just in a stage of life where it's like, we're just kind of obsessed now, innit? We're just kind of obsessed with our mission, our vision in life. And I think that's what it takes. I think anyone that's ever done anything great in life is just so obsessed with their work, like actually enjoys it and does it every single day. Like they're obsessed with what they do and their purpose, man. So like that's where I'm at in life right now. I'm ready to just go for it, bro. So yeah, that's the biggest lesson I've learned. You know, the work ain't done, bro. The work ain't done.
Cheers. Work ain't done, yeah. Saying that, and I've got some questions I want to ask you, yeah.
Go on, bro.
So I'm gonna give you some quick fire questions. What would you say defines a negative social environment? What does that even mean, bro? To you, as Abhishek, what does that mean?
So the way I would define a negative social environment is looking at, let's say, your 5 closest friends, yeah? What are you guys doing together? If you're going out with your friends, smoking weed every single night, eating shit food, not exercising, gossiping about other people is a big one as well, right? And that's all you bond over, bro, your future's looking dark, bro. Like, your future's looking real dark. Now, besides the man your female relationships as well. Like, have you got a girl, and you got to ask yourself, do you even deserve to have a girlfriend, bro?
What do you mean by that?
Bro, a lot of men don't deserve a girl at a young age, bro.
Why?
I'll be real. Because you haven't maxed out your stats as a man, bro. Forget maxing out your stats, forget that. You haven't even tried to work on certain things about yourself. You're fat, you got a weak mindset, and you're comfortable, and you're in a relationship. That was me, right? When I had a chick back then, I'll keep it so real. I was fat, depressed, had a weak mindset, like I said as well. I did not deserve a girl, bro. And a lot of men need to realize that. You know, there's a time and a place. Level up, bro. Like, become that guy first. At least take steps to becoming that guy before you even think about getting a girl. I think a lot of men need to sit back and ask themselves, do I actually deserve to have a girlfriend at this stage in my life? Because a lot of the times, yes, a girl can be an asset, but there's a time in your life when that needs to come, bro. Like, start getting motion going first before you just go and get comfortable. Because what that girl's gonna do, right? She's gonna paint this facade in your head that everything's okay. Don't worry, bro. Like, don't worry, it's all good. Yeah, like, you don't need to work harder. You're doing absolutely fine. But you're not, bro. That's the reality. When you got a girl there reassuring you and painting this facade in your head, it's a dangerous place to be. And I'm telling you this from my own wisdom, my own personal experience. So this is real gems I'm giving you lot, man. So look at your social environment in terms of your friends. Look at the fact that if you've got a goal, are they holding you back? And do not be scared to be alone. I'm telling you, too many young men, the biggest thing which holds them back is the fear of being alone. Because it gets dark, bro. It's hard being alone. Going from being around people just for the sake of it, having that goal there just for the sake of it, to now being all by yourself. But guess what? You will never find out who you are as a person until you ride it out alone, bro. Like a lot of you, man, bro, I promise you, don't know yourself. Deep that for a second, bro. Like genuinely, a lot of men don't actually know what makes them happy, who they are as a person, because they're constantly distracting themselves, being around shit company, being around that girl. They don't even know themselves, and that was me, bro. Like I didn't know myself when I was younger. I actually didn't know what made me happy. I was just lost. So I'm very passionate about this, man. Like, you need to check your circle. You need to check your social circle, your friends, and ask yourself, if you're with a girl right now and you're young, is that what's really needed?
Don't you think that you saying that it's not time? You said that guys need to max out their stats before they get a girlfriend and level up in life. Don't you just think that's some kind of like toxic masculinity bullshit?
No, I don't. I don't think it's toxic at all. I feel like at the end of the day, if you haven't, then really and truly, bro, I'm not saying all women are like this, but see, at the end of the day, your girl's gonna look elsewhere, bro. She's gonna see another man with the traits that she desires in a man. And she's gonna go there, bro. That's what I think, innit? Like, genuinely, your girl's never really gonna be happy unless you have some kind of purpose in life and, you're actively working on yourself every single day. You're not gonna excite your woman, bro. Let's be real. No girl wants to be with a bum who's got no aspirations in life, G. So if that's you right now, good luck, innit?
What qualifications do you think are needed in order for a guy you're talking about to qualify to have a girlfriend? Like when does he know, okay, cool, I've done this and this, now man can, have some love and get some bloody done the party.
I think a guy should understand himself. Like, now I'm at a point where I really understand myself, and like if a woman was to come in my life, like I would genuinely take it. Like I would take it, bro, because I understand myself. I understand myself as a person. So you need to know, do you love yourself? That's the biggest one. Ask yourself, do you actually love yourself? If you don't love yourself, how can you expect anyone else to love you? If you don't exercise, if you don't eat clean, if you don't take care of your skin, if you don't work on your mindset every single day, you don't love yourself, and you can't expect a woman to love you, bro. That's how I feel. Genuinely. Like, if you don't love yourself, how can you expect somebody else to love you? Because that's when insecurities come around as well, bro. Do you get me? Like, that's when man start feeling insecure, start sticking it on their girl and saying, oh, why are you chilling with man? Or why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Because you're insecure, bro. Because you don't rate yourself. You don't have confidence in yourself. Because if you did, you wouldn't be asking your girl these questions, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If you was actually secure in yourself, you wouldn't be asking your girl these questions. That's how I feel, bro.
Alright, and what about so obviously you're talking about girls and cool, people might not be able to necessarily qualify, or guys might not be able to qualify for having a girlfriend if they haven't basically leveled up enough in their life, yeah? What about when it comes to friends? So do you apply that same mentality to your friendship, or is it different? Like, for example, you're saying that your angle's all right, cool, I need to level up in my life first before I'm ready for a girlfriend. I need to make sure I love myself, don't have negative social habits and all these type of things around me. But what about when it comes to friendships instead of relationship and finding love? Is that a thing where a guy, say you're talking to your, I don't know, flabby shit, bruv, the old you, would he not be able to have good friends until he's leveled up himself first, or how would that work?
Yeah, correct. I genuinely believe that the universe will bring better people, better company into your life when you level up. Like, a lot of you guys won't know this, but I tell bro this all the time. I literally manifested meeting this guy that I'm sitting next to you right now. Genuinely. I don't care. I ain't got pride. I'll say it, innit? Bro, I used to watch this guy's podcast, and the circle I was around at the time, I thought to myself, this is so dead. I'm so above the people that I'm around right now. I've got aspirations in my life. I want to do more. But I didn't have the people around me. And I was reading the other day that there's 4 pillars to longevity as a man, right? Exercise, clean diet, purpose, and the biggest one of them all, community. You need to have that brotherhood around you, and I never had that. And it really started getting to me at one point. And I was actually watching bro's podcast.
Shout out to Energizer Pod, man.
Yeah.
Read.
Sick podcast. If you ain't watch it, make sure you tap in, man, proper. I was watching it, genuinely watching it, and I was like, bro, this guy's from the same area as me. It'd actually be cool to meet this guy. Next thing you know,
here we are,
one of our mutuals, shout out Sparks, introduced us to each other, and we'd met a few months after. So the universe is real, and when you level up, the opportunities are endless. The people that you'll get to be around, the rooms that you'll be in, it's crazy. Like even coming out here to Thailand, bro. Like as soon as I landed, we was in that cigar lounge.
Yeah.
Around them young, everyone's killing it, making serious money. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I deserve this now because I've leveled up. I'm not there yet where I need to be fully. However, I deserve to be in this room.
Yeah. What's the importance of... So we're talking a lot about leveling up, yeah, and going from maybe bad to good, fat to fit, whatever you want to call it, yeah. But where does like, you say, where does mental health come into that? Because you were saying, let me pick apart what you said, yeah. So you're saying basically that if you're doing shit in life and you're fat, you're unhealthy, you've got poor eating habits, poor lifestyle, like just low vibrational living, you don't deserve to have the good things in life. You don't deserve to have a girlfriend. You don't deserve to have good people around you because you're not good in yourself first. Internally, you haven't done the work. Yeah. And as a result, if you was to have those things, you'd start becoming you'd start having anxiety when it comes to your girlfriend. You start bleeding out onto her. You become insecure. You become a jealous person because of the fact that you're bleeding out your insecurities onto other people because of the fact that you are not where you need to be. That's basically what you said, yeah? Where does mental health tie in with that? Because a lot of the things you're saying, the byproducts of not doing the things what you're suggesting from your personal experience would be that these traits of poor mental health occur. Being someone who has a girlfriend and is insecure, being someone who's anxious because they got a pretty gal and you know their girl's getting eyes from a next man, or forget the whole relationship stuff, being anxious to be alone and by yourself. Like, what has your journey been like with mental health? Let me not say mental health, low vibrational thinking, and how has that played a part in kind of like helping you improve as an individual?
Good question, bro. That's a really good question. I feel like suffering is inevitable, isn't it? Like, and the reason why I say that is that I had very bad mental health back then. I did, because I used to use like food as a coping mechanism for stress. I used to smoke weed. I used to drink a lot. You know, I was real fucked up, man, as a young man. Like I was.
We all were doing it. Like.
We all were, bro. Like we both were in it, as you said. Like, I was real fucked up, not dealing with my pain in the right way at all. Traumas, everything. But yes, it was a struggle, and I did face a lot of, you know, negative thoughts when I was trying to transition out of that person, step into that 2.0 version of me. But either way, you're gonna suffer, and that's the way I see life, bro. Like suffering is literally inevitable. Life is a game of endless suffering. So what are you willing to suffer for? A great book by a guy called Mark Manson literally talks about this. This book actually changed my life. Like I picked up this book and it just changed my whole perspective on life, on suffering, problem solving. So either way, I was gonna suffer. Staying as that flabby sheck, right, to stepping into this new 2.0 version of me, either way was gonna be a struggle. You know, it came at the cost of me losing friends, me having to, you know, find new habits, positive habits, and replace them with the negative habits I was doing on a daily basis, you know? And stepping into this new version was painful, but look where I am now. Like, bro, I don't regret it for shit. So mentally it was hard, but the mental health struggles when I was obese and depressed back then was even worse. Like I'll be straight. I used to wake up every single day with mad anxiety, and now I understand why. I literally used to wake up every single day feeling anxious.
Why?
The reason was the poor diet, the phone addiction, and the fapping. I heard this once by Vex King, yeah. He says that like, you are what you consume and what you consume consumes you. So break that down. Social media diet, so important. What you consume on social media has such a big impact on your mental health, right? Same with your nutrition. The food you put inside your body, there's literally high vibrational foods and low vibrational foods, bro. Like meats, greens, fruits, and that's high vibrational foods. But when you look at your processed foods and shit like that, which I was eating every single day, it brings down your vibration. So it all makes sense now. I was doing low vibrational things, which is why my vibration was low, you know, on a daily basis. And that's why I was waking up every single day feeling anxious and stressed.
How did you understand you was low vibrational when you was in that, like doing it? Because you said that you realize it now, but someone, not even someone, but say if me and I was fucking more dead, brother, and I'm bare fat and that, yeah? Or I'm heavily overweight, like what you was before you lost your weight, how would you know at the time that the things you're doing are low vibrational? Because maybe, I don't actually know, I'm asking you, like I would imagine that you back then wouldn't have just like you wouldn't be like, oh, let me go and order on Uber Eats and get four fucking pizzas because I know it's gonna make me feel anxiety and I know it's gonna make me feel low vibrational. Do you get it? So like, how's someone supposed to navigate that when they're in that situation? Because it's all calm you saying that now, fucking 50 kg down, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say, and like all bulked up and that. But like, how would old Abhishek know that?
Nah, it's a great question. It's so true. And the truth is, you don't know. You don't know until you expose yourself to a new way of living. I didn't know what life could be like on this side being a digital nomad rather than working a job, you know? But you have to take that first step, and that's all it is. So I say that you don't know until you've had a taste of what life could really be like. You don't flipping know.
What was your taste of what life could be like? Because what we are really beating around the bush around is that, bro, you was overweight, and all these things came as a byproduct of you being overweight. Yeah. From your logic just now, how is someone gonna have a taste of what it feels like to not be overweight when they're overweight? For example, how's old Abhishek gonna have a taste of what it's like being a healthy person if he's 50 kgs up and he's mad at? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Out of shit. What does that look like?
True. I think to be fair, like, I don't really have the answer to that question. I think it just comes down to a lot of deep self-reflection. Like, you gotta think to yourself, what is the cost of you being overweight right now? Like, break it down. Get real deep with this. If you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you're not proud of the man that you see, what is the cost of that? I'll tell you what the cost of that is after losing 50 kg. The cost of being overweight and not reaching your true potential. Number one, confidence, right? Literally, you are starving yourself of becoming the most confident version of yourself, right? Second of all, respect from other people. Why does respect from other people matter? Because when you're respected by other people, that brings more opportunities to network with other people as well. I wouldn't be sitting here with this guy right now, bro, like leveling up the way I am if I was still overweight. That's the harsh truth. People respect you more when you're in shape. And that's the reality of the world that we live in. You can either cry about it or you can just accept it that that's the way the world is. And lastly as well, I'd say like discipline and willpower. Like, bro, if you are looking for discipline in any area of your life, start with the gym. Like, get into the gym, bro, because that discipline that you learn from sticking to the same boring diet every single day, not even boring, it doesn't have to be boring, but the same regimen every day, showing up to the gym the same amount of times, your same cardio routine. You know, you learn the law of just compounding it and just being disciplined day in, day out. So like, you have to ask yourself, it goes back to what you said earlier, what are you starving yourself of right now of not being in shape? Like, what is the cost of that look like? You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying, like, what's the opportunity what's the opportunity cost basically of like you not basically being in shape and like, because I feel like, and again, I've never been overweight in it, like we've already spoke about this off cam enough times, but like me, I'm Caribbean, I come from like a lean, my family, like my mum's always been in shape, my dad's always been in shape, like I haven't really ever like experienced being overweight, like I struggle to put on weight as we've spoken about, so I'm actually asking questions from like I'm intrigued because I want to know what it's like, because we're kind of like opposites. Like, you've lost bare weight and now you're hench and that. Man's been proper mager skinny and now I'm,
70 kg,
71 kgs, bro. You get me? But anyways, like, let's talk about that. So what are the ramifications of somebody who's overweight and is living in a sedentary lifestyle? Like, what comes with that? What's the problem with doing that? Like, genuinely. So I've never been overweight. You was overweight when Abhishek was 50 kgs up now and he was living just an office job, home, car, no walking, no running, none of this shit. What comes from that?
Honestly, just missed opportunities, bro. Like,
but what does that mean?
The people that you can be around. Like, when you get in shape and you walk into a room and you're healthy, bro, like you are maximizing the opportunities that you can have in your life. One conversation could change everything for you. But I promise you, like, if someone looks at you and you're obese, bro, like, you're not getting the same level of respect. So opportunities is one thing. Yeah, that's a big thing.
So opportunities is, but go into that more. What do you mean opportunities? That's not like, because you got a fucking six pack, like you're just gonna pick up £100 tomorrow or 1,000 baht. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What do you mean by that?
When you take care of your body, when you take care of yourself, people are more likely going to want to probably do business with you and speak to you because it's evident that you take care of yourself. But how can you expect anyone else to respect you if you don't even respect yourself, bro? Like, as we discussed, right, community is everything. Building a good brotherhood, a solid brotherhood around you is everything, right, for success in life. And you won't be able to build that same level of brotherhood when everyone around you is jacked and you're the only fat one. Let's be honest. You won't. Man are not taking you in the same way, bro. They're not. They're just not. So, yeah. That's what I would say, bro.
So is it opportunities or is it respect?
Both go hand in hand.
If you had to pick one which has been more, which you feel like you benefit more from after you've lost the weight, which is it? Like, which one is like, oh, like, I'm so happy I've lost weight because I'm getting more opportunities, or is it I'm so happy I've lost weight because man actually respect me? Like, if you had to pick out of the two.
Respect, because other people respect me, but I respect myself now. And self-respect and self-love is the biggest thing, bro.
How has you respecting yourself changed your life?
Bro, what? Damn, bro.
That's it.
Genuinely, I will say this openly and honestly, I did not rate myself back in the day, bro. Like, my daily routine, I'll say open and honestly, fapping was a mad addiction. Uber Eats twice a day, no exercise, smoking weed, alcohol. Like, I literally disrespected myself so much. And now I literally love myself, bro. Like, I can genuinely say I love myself. I take care of my body, I take care of my mind every single day.
Cause that's kind of mad, bro. Like, I've never been, obviously we've all been like, I don't need to be overweight to experience a lifestyle of lack of discipline, because that's really what you're saying.
Yeah.
Busting nuts left, right, and center, just being an idiot, like just being immature and not having the discipline to delay your gratification. And from someone who's experienced that myself, like when I was younger, before I was able to really control myself and have more control over my energy, like it's just, you're just wet. Like, I'll be honest with you, I am going to judge, like, me speaking to my old self, like I can resonate with that, like just being here, like as a grown ass adult, like here, like fapping, masturbating, it's just immature, bro. Like seriously, like just man up in it, like for real. Like the lack of discipline you have is costing you so much, because even on that specific note, yeah, you just indulging porn, all this other bullshit, yeah, has so many deeper ramifications on your life, your lifestyle that you don't even know. Example, Abhishek, and let me say me, you can talk about yourself, yeah? When I was, 19, 18, yeah? And I'm here, like, masturbating, doing all this just dumb shit, bro, like low vibrational shit. I'm doing that, say if I was taking on your routine in the morning, fapping, and now because I've done that and I've given myself an early sense of dopamine and release, now I'm going out and I ain't trying to hunt and I'm not trying to go talk to that girl. I'm not trying to do any reps. I'm talking to people with my head down because I don't really rate myself. I have lack of confidence because it's just like, it's just dead, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know how else I can articulate it. Like, you don't want to live that lifestyle. And sometimes, especially if there's young guys that are watching this around our age, a bit younger, a bit older even, and you are living in that lifestyle, it's so low vibrational that you don't even know what the actual better way of living could even look like, because you've been accustomed and you've condemned yourself to that like lifestyle. Like, if you are here as a young adult and you can't control your sexual urges to want to express that with a woman or whoever you want to indulge in, and like you just giving yourself early premature feeling of success and dopamine, like it's dead, man. Genuinely, like that's the worst thing you can be doing. Facts. So dead.
I know you've read The Way of the Superior Man a lot of times, 10 times, isn't it?
9 times. I need to get back in. I'm getting back into reading, and I'm gonna read it a 10th time before the end of the year.
What does The Way of the Superior Man say about things like this, resisting, sexual desires and urges and not being a slave to it?
It says that at the end of the day, as a man, right, you have to understand that every single man has a mission, and you need to understand the power that comes through your seed. So like, if you want to be a guy, let's be mature. If you want to be a guy and you want to be here having sex, cool. Frequent sex, cool. Like, it's actually not the end of the world as long as it's protected, you're doing the right things. Who's telling you anything, right? Because you know that in order for you to get that, you're going to have to be of a certain level and a certain standard. For example, if you're a guy who doesn't look after yourself, you're not getting any play, because no girl's going to want to lay down with a man that stink or lay down with a man that ain't clean. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So therefore, there's a certain level that you have to bring yourself up to as a man in order for you to be like even able to qualify to have the type of women that you want or people that you want in your life. So short and simply, the Way the Superior Man teaches about why as a man you need to follow a certain mission, and why you can't just have premature feelings of success, because it's never lasting, it's not worthwhile, and it doesn't really help you in your purpose. As a man, naturally you're meant to go hunt. You're meant to go and be the one, that dominant character, that confident character. But why would you want to do that if you're out here just busting nuts left, right, and center in your room? Like, it literally doesn't make any logical sense. So your mission as a man is to go and hunt. Your mission as a man is to go and raise yourself, your standard, your value, all these things to make you qualify for that lady you see fit, to make you qualified to be able to, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you need to simply go and hunt. And if you're here taking the easy route in life, you're never going to want to be able to do that. So therefore, you're not stepping into your true core as a man.
I like
that's what men are supposed to be doing.
Really tell that you studied that book, bro.
Bro, we're meant to go and hunt. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Facts.
So
facts.
Yeah.
It really does, like bro said, it really does destroy you of all your willpower to do anything purposeful with your life. Like, honestly, boys, like, the fapping thing is so dead. And it took me years to realize that, but you are literally zapping your energy levels, your willpower, everything, your ability to talk to real life women, right? It's destroying you. But let's talk deeper on that though, yeah? Destroying bad habits. My personal framework, and I learned this from a book called Atomic Habits, right? How to destroy bad habits. You have a cue, a craving, a reward, and a response. The only thing that we can do is identify what our cues are. So for me, any bad habit I've ever had, whether that's binge eating, fapping, weed, anything, stress and boredom. So how, therefore, do we stop doing that? Be less stressed and less bored. How do you do that? Replace them negative habits with positive habits. So instead of going out to link the man them now, what I would do is I'd go for a gym session. I would read a book before bed. I wouldn't be on my phone scrolling endlessly at night, right? So it's replacing them negative habits with more positive habits. Because bad habits, they can't actually be destroyed. You know, once you do something so many times, it's literally just part of who you are now. It's just in you, right? But you can replace them bad habits with more positive habits.
Facts.
That's the way I see it.
I think that when it comes to habits and just lifestyle in general, firstly, I'm going to caveat, I do not have all the answers. I'm giving advice and lessons from my own personal experience. I still make mistakes today. I'm not perfect. When it comes to habits, building good habits and stuff like that, one of the things that I've realized, right, is that you need to understand in life that the hardest thing to do is to be consistently consistent. Do you know what I'm trying to say? To what extent can you be consistently going gym, but be consistent in being consistent going gym? And I feel like the core thing where people fall off is because of what we both said the other day, is that it comes down to your identity, bro. Like, who do you show up as yourself as? If you identify as a person who is a man of his word, you're not going to be wanting to skip the gym, because if you said it in the morning, or you said to the man or to your friend, you're going to go to the gym, you're going to go to the Ross Clark gym because you identify as a person who is a man of his word and get shit done regardless of feelings. Am I going to sit here and be like, oh, I've never skipped a day, post on content? Am I going to sit here and talk shit and be like, oh, I've never broken a habit? Of course I have. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm still making mistakes now. But this is something that I have learned along the lesson. And even touch on this, which is a bit of a follow-on from the point about habits, yeah? Like, learn it right once and you don't have to learn it twice. For example, what happens when you go out there, build a new habit that you then break after 3 weeks and you go back and lose all that progress you've made? Example, Abhishek, how many times has Abhishek as a gym man started the gym and maybe in an instance he was consistent for 2 months and then he fell off and went back into his old sedentary lifestyle and then had to go start gym again and build up all those habits, and the first session back is fucking hard. And you know what I'm trying to say? Like, can you afford to be the person who is not staying consistent for a consistent period of time and doing things and creating habits that are conducive to you getting to the stage in life where you want to actually be? Do you get it? Am I sitting here and saying, oh, look at me, Mr. Never break a habit, Mr. Consistently consistent? No, I'm not. These are lessons that I am continuously learning myself on a daily basis. But from the lessons and failures I have made in my life, it's made me realize that the hardest thing to do is to be consistently consistent. And that's because so many people have a warped identity, and because you're trying to focus too much on being consistent rather than identifying as the person who naturally is consistent as a byproduct, because that's who he identifies with to begin with. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Bars. Cold.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's cold, man. I like that a lot. And like bro saying, man, consistency compounds at the end of the day. Consistency compounds. Momentum is real, man. We speak about this the other day, we learned this. Don't disrespect the power of momentum, bro. Like, once you got that shit going with anything, whether that's your fitness, anything you're doing in terms of your business, whatever it is, like, don't disrespect it. Just keep going. Like, because when you stop and you take your foot off the gas a little bit, you're back to square one again. So it's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it at all, bro.
Flip side, yeah? Chat to me about when you was living this sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah.
What type of foods was you eating? And like, because I don't understand food, bro. Like, I'll sit here, like, we do this all the time, yeah? Like, I'm not going to sit here and just chat shit on cam. Like, me, I've been trying to put on some weight. I like doing Muay Thai. I like doing active training. I don't like going to the gym too much. I will go, like, I will make sure I keep in shape, but like you have a passion for the gym, I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit. All this bulking, like out the window,
Cutting,
calories, cutting, deficit, reload, deload, fuck knows. Yeah. But when you was overweight,
Yeah.
what foods was you eating on a consistent basis that got you to that stage?
During COVID time, my eating habits were awful. During COVID, I used to wake up, order Uber Eats straight away. I'd order like a fat kebab with rice, garlic, mayo, sauce, everything, fully loaded, yeah? That's easily 1.5k calories. After that, I'd then go and box off a cup of tea with like half a packet of chocolate digestive biscuits, but not even the normal ones, bro. The fully loaded ones, bro, you get me? So I was having that, and then for dinner, I'd usually have some form of like processed food. So like a frozen meal, like a pizza, nugget, some bullshit, some kid shit over there. And then I'd probably pull up to McDonald's drive-thru in the evening. That was literally how down bad I was in COVID. And that was, again, because of boredom, because of stress, and just it being a habit. So that was literally my eating regime throughout COVID.
Damn.
Deep that, bro. Deep what that does to a man. Like, deep what that does to a man in terms of his energy levels, his drive, his skin. Bro.
Yeah, that's mad.
That's literally what if all their eating was like.
So, looking back, right, that's where you were. What are key things that you would have done differently? Obviously, it's easy now to say, I wouldn't have done any of that. But like, let's say that someone's starting off on that path.
Cool.
Let's say, fuck a COVID, but someone's just living in that lifestyle. What are some things that they can do to avoid getting it to the stage where they was that where you was at your peak? Like,
I ain't gonna give you no motivational speech. Practical tips for the man them that wanna fix their nutrition habits, yeah? Learn how to cook. Get yourself an air fryer, get some seasonings, get some kind of sauces that you enjoy. Learn how to cook. That is the most valuable skill that will stop you, right, from eating shit every single day. Second of all, is gonna be deleting food apps from your phone. One of the key things to breaking a big habit, which I learned, is literally just making it invisible. Think about how much of a willpower it takes you to go on the app store and actually download Uber Eats rather than if you just don't have it there at all. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with don't have shit food in the crib, right? Don't have snacks and all that stuff in your house. Make it invisible again. So practically, learn how to cook and delete Uber Eats from your phone. That would have saved me a lot of money because I used to spend there was one month I spent £643 on Uber Eats, like genuinely, I checked.
fucked.
643 Great British pounds. And these times, bro, guess where I'm working, G?
Yeah.
Legoland. Legoland.
So I was making 1,200 anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm working at Legoland, blowing half the check on flipping.
That's
Uber Eats,
crazy, bro.
You get me? So
That's bare crazy. That's so.
and then
crazy.
Tesco as well, I was running that up. But yeah, man, like Uber Eats will really damage your life, man. I'll be real. Like becoming a victim to that is not the one. So yeah, man, learn how to flip and cook. Like I could never cook back in the day. Now fast forward a few years, I've literally got my own cookbook, which I use with my clients. You can get that for free as well. But yeah, like genuinely learn how to cook, man. Then learn how to cook and delete food apps from your phone. It will be a game changer and fix all your nutrition habits.
At what stage of your life did you really start to identify the importance of having purpose and direction? Because I would assume, I actually didn't know you when you was like mad overweight and that. I would assume that when you was fat, you didn't really have much direction in your life, and that probably stemmed from a lack of purpose. So like, when was it? Like, what stage in your journey was like, okay, oh, I have my purpose, or oh, I have direction now?
Do you know what's funny, bro? Sometimes I think to myself, I was just destined to be fat. I was destined to be fat because now I can help young men not make the same mistakes that I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving me purpose in life. And this goes back to what Dan Crow says as well about you find purpose in life. Everyone's saying, like, how do I find purpose in life and whatnot? But solve problems, like solve your own problems and then teach other people how to do it. That has literally worked for me. It's given me a real sense of fulfillment. Getting to work on my own problems, you know, leveling up mentally and physically. Now I help other people do that. So it's funny how the world works. And I genuinely feel like I was destined to be fat. Like I genuinely feel that. Because if I wasn't, what the hell would I actually do with my life right now? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the shit that I went through. And that's how you got to look at life, bro. Like everything that seems unfortunate in the moment, you know, there's a reason for that. So yeah, I think with purpose and direction, it comes from you just leveling up, solving your own problems. You know, some people teach other people how to trade, for example, you know, how to make more money, you know, how to, bro, like people teach people how to become better at dating these days. You know what I'm saying? People have got dating offers, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's not what man's asking.
Okay.
What I'm asking is like, at what point did you know that that was the direction you was gonna take in your life? Because you're saying that like, yeah, I needed to be fat to know I wanted to help people. Cool.
Yeah.
But at what part in your getting fat or losing the fat journey did you discover that this is what I wanted to do?
So I posted a couple of videos on TikTok, and they started doing really well, and I started seeing like people were really messaging me. Like, I was getting a lot of inbound messages from people saying like, bro, like you're really inspiring. I just had this feeling that I had never felt in my life before, a feeling of purpose, fulfillment. Like I felt good, you know, knowing that I'm helping somebody else, right? Get out of the situation, the rut that they're in. And once I'd done that, I just became a bit obsessed with learning about fat loss, studying more, reading more books and whatnot, and just leveling up. Then I made one video, it went bonkers on TikTok. I was just free value, straight value on fat loss and muscle building. Went crazy. I think that video is on about 500k views right now. And that video is literally the reason why I'm in the position that I'm in today. Like I always say this to everyone, like
Power
one
of social
video.
media.
Power of social media. And we're gonna get onto that in a minute, talking about bro. Like let's even maneuver onto bro about that. But one video changed my life. And that video changed my life because I got educated, super educated on fat loss. I solved my own problems. I then got educated, gave value. That video went absolutely bonkers, like crazy. So many inquiries for coaching. And off of that, back of that, I built a business and I said, you know what, bro? This is me now. Like, this is genuinely me. I love this shit. I'm more than capable. People respect what I'm saying. Fuck your imposter syndrome. You know what I mean? Like I felt that at the time. I was like, oh, I can't give these man value on this. Like just because I've lost weight doesn't mean I can. Okay, cool, study more, get more knowledge in. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Bro just said it. Power of social media. So let's even discuss that, bro.
Fucking hell. I feel like that deserves a round of applause, bro.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
I'm joking. I rate that though.
Let's
Like, it's obviously I know you in it, but it's inspiring to hear like, yeah, bro, you're doing good shit, man. And I feel like you've really been through the trenches, do you know what I'm trying to say? And now like you've built a lifestyle around committing to helping other people, which is sick because you're paying it forward now and helping people to save themselves from making the same mistakes that you have made, which obviously took you a lot to get out of that rut or get out of that hole. So I think that it's good, man. Like at the end of the day, the world is a bit soft. The world is very soft now. Just gonna put a full stop after that. Next line. What I will say is that we need more men like you who are on the side of trying to save men and help men reclaim their life, because it's deeper than just being fat and having a couple peak love handles.
Come on.
It's like, bro, like you need to do this vehicle in order to change your life, change your whole mindset around, which can set a whole new foundation for how you go about life. It's like when you say someone's got bad eyesight, yeah? Say if you're mad overweight, from what I've taken from what you say, you're mad overweight, it's like you got bad eyesight and you can't see. And then as soon as you get on that self-improvement journey, it's like you wipe the lens and you can now see. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I'm gonna say one thing, yeah. Like a lot of you, man, don't understand there's a whole nother side to you. There's a whole nother version of you that you haven't even unlocked yet. You have that inner Chad inside you, bro. But like, until you really fix up and get to work on your mind, your body, your finances, you will never unlock that person. But like, Chris Williams said this, I think I heard this, and this is the one quote which changed my whole mindset. I just internalized and steeped it. True hell is when the person that you are today meets the person that you were destined to be. I actually sat back and said to myself, fucking hell, bro. I could genuinely die and never see the person I was supposed to be. How deep is that, bro? We get one shot of this life, and man are gonna waste it being overweight, you know, being weak-minded, fapping, eating shit food, being a slave to their bad habits, their impulses. Like, bro, what kind of life is that, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go throughout your whole life and just accept defeat, bro. Like, too many young men are just giving up on themselves, bro. Don't give up on yourself, G. Like, you can literally become that guy.
Do whatever you want to do.
Do whatever you want to do, bro. We've both been down bad in our life, bro. We both know what it's like, innit? But you can, bro. You really can, man. I'm saying.
Deeper one. Quick little toilet break. Come on, man. I'm only human. So, bro, let me ask you some questions, yeah? Because, like, you see me, like, I'm trying to put on my more darted outfit on, yeah? So let's say this is like Abhishek 50 kgs up, bro, yeah? 50 kgs up. Like, what about when you first started the gym and you was fat and you was like making excuses for yourself? Because I know that there's probably some man that you even talk to now. Forget people you already talk to who are you telling them to go gym, but they're making excuses for yourself. So let me give you a scenario. Me, I'm tired. I'm heavily overweight. You was 50 kgs up. I'm 48.2. Yeah. And you've told me to go to the gym alongside my 9 to 5 job. I go into the office 3 days a week. I've got a missus. I've got a car. I live with my girl and my dog. I'm telling you, I can't make time for the gym. Like, what would you say?
You can't make time for the gym.
Yeah.
See, this one over here it pisses me off because I literally have clients that train from home with minimal equipment. Talking dumbbells, a bench, one barbell, and that's it, bro. So when man say they ain't got time for the gym, it's never a question of time. It's a question of if it's a priority for you or not. That's always the case, right? So first of all, exclude that from your mind, bro. Like, you have got time for the gym. Genuinely, 3 sessions a week, 45 minutes, unless you're trying to become some bodybuilder, right? It's all it takes. Push, pull legs, or a 3-day split, full body workout. You can literally do that, lose body fat, and retain muscle tissue at the same time by training 3 times a week. Is it going to be the most optimal thing to do? No, right? You'd want to train probably 4 times a week, but 45 minutes out of your day is all it takes. Bro, when you really look at things, you're either going to wake up an hour earlier, right? Before work, yeah? Have something like a banana, or you're going to go at lunchtime if you work from home, if you're lucky enough to have that privilege, or you're going to go after work for 45 minutes. And that's all it takes, bro. Like, look at your routine. Where can you allocate 45 minutes? Like, bro, I'm tired of hearing these excuses, bro. It takes 1 hour a day to get your steps in, 45 minutes to get a workout in, bro. 1 hour on a Sunday, 1 to 2 hours on a Sunday to prep your meals. It's never a time issue. It's just priorities, bro.
I feel like I'm getting G-checked, bro.
Nah, I'm just very passionate about this shit. You get me? Man, just make excuses, bro.
And I feel like you got to be real in it. Like, again, I don't know what you was like before, but I think for me, at the end of the day, it's a principle of life, regardless of if you're overweight or not. Like, no one gives a fuck. The core point is you make time for things that are important to you. That's it.
Right.
So gym, work, making money, doing things you need to be doing, reading. You don't make time for it because you don't think it's a priority, and you're not supposed to have time. You're not supposed to automatically have 3 hours every day to go for a walk, or 2 hours to read, or 1 hour to go walk to the gym. You get or compensate for traffic. You make time in your diary, so go and fucking do that, innit? And like you said, bro, you can't just be here making excuses for yourself.
Facts.
Fairs. All right, let's try and do some like
Objections.
next question I got. Yeah, I'm like to you, oh, bro, like, you know what it is? Yeah, like, obviously, I just don't know how to cook in it. I ain't got an air fryer. My living situation's not that bad at the moment. I don't think I'll be able to meal prep. Like, what would you say to me? I don't know how to actually meal prep. Like,
if you have the facilities for it, if you're in a position where you've got a good amount of money, right? You've got money. Get a meal prep company.
yeah, but what does that mean?
If you have the means for it, the financial means for it.
Yeah, what means? How much?
Really and truly, I say about £300 a month to spare extra. Not everyone has that, right? Just for food. But let's disregard that. Most man won't do that, right? And if you don't, all you need is to just rinse and repeat the same recipes again and again and again. 4 steps you're gonna take. Number 1, air fryer. Number 2, dry seasonings. Number 3 is low calorie sauces, yeah? And number 4 is just rinse and repeat. You need to just rinse and repeat that process again. Bro, I promise you, by investing in the air fryer, I'm not sponsored by Ninja. I wish I was, and I should be, the amount of people I put onto them. But genuinely, getting an air fryer will change your life, bro. Like, chicken takes like 8 minutes. Remember we was in Koh Samui?
Yeah.
8 minutes, bro.
Kind of
Dinner,
tasty,
quickly,
bro.
chicken wraps, bit of salad in there, bro. You just need easy to prep, quick meals. Don't do no fancy shit, bro. It's easy. Get yourself an air fryer. Like I said, seasoning, sauces, rinse and repeat that. Easy, bro. Like, meal prepping, I've done it. I've worked a corporate job and I've lost a ton of weight, bro. So I know exactly how to do it.
All right, but what about like the whole calories in that? What if someone? All right, you want me to go meal prep and buy an air fryer from Amazon, Ninja. You want me to be eating chicken wraps and that? How am I supposed to know if I'm eating in like the right category? deficit, reload, deload, like cheat load, all of that, bro. Overload and that.
Shut up.
Like, what am I supposed to do, bro? How am I supposed to know that?
If you're in a deficit.
No, how am I supposed to know about what about when it comes to calories is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're just saying, oh, like, you're basically just saying to me, if I'm overweight and I want to lose weight,
Yeah.
buy an air fryer, learn to cook, and
Yeah.
buy some nice sauces. That's basically what you said. What
Yeah.
else?
Yeah, well, obviously you got to be in a deficit as well, innit? Like you got to make sure that those meals you're prepping. So like how I went about when I was working in corporate is breakfast every single morning would be eggs. I'd have 4 eggs and Hex chicken sausages. Shout out Hex. If you know about Hex, you're a real bad man. 2 sausages, about I think 12 grams of protein. I could be wrong. 4 eggs in the morning, 2 Hex sausages. I'd have a light snack at my desk, maybe an apple or something when I'm getting a bit peckish. Lunch at work would be something like beef mince and potatoes, or chicken breast, potatoes and veg, something simple, or a wrap. Dinner would already be prepped in my fridge, or I just cook the meat on the Sunday, cook the carbs fresh, and 1 snack, a pre-workout meal. That's literally all you need. All you need every single day is 4 meals. You don't need to snack. I tell all my clients that jump on the program, one thing they realize is they are so full. They literally come to me like, bro, I'm actually so full. Because all most men actually do is just snack. If you had 4 meals that were high in volume, bro, like actually satiating, protein-dense meals, decent amount of fat, moderate amount of carbs as well, you would never ever feel the need to snack, and it's that real. Like genuinely, you'd never feel the need to snack. So 4 meals a day in a deficit, space them out right, fast for as long as you can. For the first block of the morning as well, just water and black coffee. Bro, like, you can lose body fat so easily. If you time your meals right, easy.
But what about when it comes to shit like the man that want to go Nando's or eating out or special events?
Bro, I tell my clients, and I've actually got literally a free guide in this as well, innit? It's like 10 places that I used to rinse and repeat when I was working in corporate. Because look, you are going to go out with colleagues. You are going to feel deprived sometimes, and that's fine. But I always say to my clients as well, like Nando's, Pepe's, Leon, what else would I say? Subway is okay as well. Them 4 are your go-tos. You work in corporate, once a week, chuck them in, especially at Nando's, right? Pepe's as well. The calories are literally on the menu. There's no excuses anymore. Everywhere you go, there's pretty much calories on the menu. It's healthy eats, bro. It tastes good as well. It's just about making the right choices, bro. Like, lay off all the oily, carby shit. That's what I tell my clients all the time. Opt for protein-dense foods, moderate amount of carbs, decent amount of fats as well. Get a balanced meal. 600-700 calories. Can't go wrong, mate.
That's it. Can't go
Can't go wrong, mate. Honestly.
Alright.
So yeah, bro. Enjoy your food, man. Don't deprive yourself of your food. Like, enjoy your food. Put in cheap meals, not cheat days. Cheat days are bollocks. Here and there, man. You'll be good. Literally.
What about like binge eating and shit?
Again, binge eating is the #1 reason why most people are overweight. But when you look deeper into it, like as somebody that's actually lost 50 kilos and used to deal with binge eating firsthand, I can tell you, it just works on the habit loop again, what we discussed, right? The cue, the craving, the reward, the response. The cue is stress and boredom for most people. It might be something else, but it's usually triggered by some kind of emotional feeling. You're feeling bored, you're feeling stressed, you reach for the biscuits, next thing you know, whole packet's waxed off, bro. Do you know what I mean? So it's usually gonna come from some feeling like that. Then you're gonna go and eat that, and then it just becomes a habit from there. Like, it's just every time you're stressed or you're bored, you reach for food as comfort. So to break it again, it's about leveling up and doing new things with your life now. You can't be in a position where you're gonna be bored, right? You need to stay busy. Like, staying actually busy throughout my journey was one of the main things which stopped me from binge eating. You can't be doing the same bummy shit and expect to level up as a new person, you know? That's what I always say. You got to step into that new identity fully now. Like, don't be in a position where you're bored. Of course, stress is inevitable. Like, you are going to be stressed at times, but how do you manage that stress now? Instead of reaching for the biscuits, go for a flipping walk, bro. Get outside the yard, read a book, you know, talk to some of your friends, do something different, you know, replace that habit with something more positive. So that's how I dealt with binge eating.
And don't you think like binge eating kind of ties into like having like lack of routine or kind of structure?
Exactly.
Because like to me, binge eating just seems, well, we've all binge eaten regardless of if you're overweight or not. Like, I've done that. Like, when I think back to when I used to just eat, yeah, bro, like, you know, you're just bored and you just eat bare food, innit? Like, binge eating.
I've never seen you do that, like, living with you for so long.
Yeah, but that's now, innit? Like, now,
not bored, innit?
One, I'm not bored, but I also don't eat shit food. Like, you never see me eat crisps. You never see me eat biscuits. I just don't live like that. But back in the UK, yeah, I did. because Mumsy was buying it, and you know what I'm trying to say? She go fucking Asda, I'd be like, yeah, buy me some Sensations and M&Ms and all this shit.
Playing
P4, and man, I would binge eat.
Yeah.
But I feel like that just again comes from having lack of routine and no structure, because you want to binge eat because you're bored. So like you said, you're filling in a gap. But if you already allocated what to do in them 2 hours, go for a fucking walk, skip, go lick the man, then do what you got to do. You wouldn't then want to binge eat, because it's just like it's a filler basically.
Facts.
Not just a filler, bars, but also time filler. You know what I'm trying to say? So
like
that's what I think.
Yeah,
still.
routine is everything when it comes to losing weight, man. Like, if you ain't got a solid routine dialed in, you're just gonna fall off. You know, you need to plan when you're gonna do your steps, when you're gonna eat your meals as well, when you're gonna factor in time for, you know, your socials, chatting to your mates, self-improvement activities. Like, everything needs to be dialed in. Like, one thing I've recently started doing a lot is Google Calendar, bro. Literally using my calendar, packing that out. Like, so I'm not in a position to be bored and binge eat. To be fair though, being out here in Thailand, bro, you know what I mean? I'm never really bored or stressed, bro, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah,
I generally can't tell you a time where I've been stressed or bored. And that comes down to environment as well. Like, that white plays such a big role, man. But yeah, bro.
There's always shit to do.
It is, man, for real. For real, bro. Yeah, man, binge eating, look, I'm not no therapist or nothing. If you've got real problems, and, you know, I'm not the guy to come to fully, but I can give you my insight on what I used to deal with, you know? And that is something I used to deal with hard. Like, binge eating was a big, big problem for me, man, for sure.
All right. Last thing, man, I want to ask you, yeah, and I think this doesn't even apply to people who are just overweight. Like, I'm not overweight, but like, what about, say if it's someone's first day in the gym, and they're like, oh, I don't want to start this gym journey and lose or gain weight because I feel anxious when I get in the gym because I don't know nothing about the gym. Like, what would you say from your experience? Because I've actually experienced that. Like, I feel like we all do. Feel the fear and do it anyways. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, like, you go to a fresh new gym. Me, like, I'm on the opposite side. So I went to a gym, I'm marga, I'm mad skinny, some hench man in there, and everyone's, you know, this shit, and I'm like, bruv, like, what even is, where's the dumbbells at? Like, you don't know what to do. Or maybe on your side, that looked like you was bare overweight. And you know that man who are bare overweight and they go gym and they just wear bare clothes. Like, you'll never see an overweight man in shorts.
Bro.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Like, I used to deal with gym anxiety so much. Like, I literally used to pull up to the gym at 2 a.m. because I was at uni these times every single night because I was just so anxious about what people would think. And even then, I'd be layered up, bro. Like, I'm not wearing no vest or nothing at 130 kg, you mad. So I used to pull up to the gym so late. Like, my belly would literally come out when I'm doing sets, bro. My bum crack would come out. All that shit, bro. Like, real trench shit, innit? But what I'd say is that there's a few different ways you can deal with gym anxiety. I'll break it down to 3 things. Number 1 is from a mindset standpoint. In order for you to grow in any area of your life, you're going to have to lean into your fears. Facts, right? There's no growth in that comfort zone. So getting into the gym, taking that first initial step is going to be uncomfortable. But guess what? That's how you grow. So suck it up and get in there. Second of all is going to be understanding that genuinely everyone has their own problems and no one actually gives a toss. Like, I used to think all the time when I was in the gym, bro, that I was the center of attention. Just because I'm fat, every man's looking at me.
No one's looking.
But guess what? Everyone has their own problems and no one actually gives a shit. Like, everyone literally has their own problems, bro. Man are there in the gym, not all the time just because of their physical health, but mental health. You see people moving skits in the gym, bro, like actually like mad, like moving mad in the gym because they're dealing with their own personal battle. So no one gives a shit about you. You're not the spotlight, not the center of attention. But practically now, it comes down to having a structured plan in place, bro. Like, you can't just be going there winging it. If I could go back and do it all again, I had friends helping me. Like, I was just the anomaly back in the day of just being overweight. That's the thing. I was actually just the anomaly of the group. All my friends were in shape. But practical solutions would be having a structured workout plan in place, right? Like, whether you're going to follow 3 days a week, push-pull legs, knowing what exercises you're going to do, knowing how to execute them properly. And again, that's why having a coach helped me so much, man. Like, he really taught me how to execute every movement correctly so that I wasn't feeling anxious. So, like, investing in a coach for me was massive. Don't underestimate the power of that at all. So I'd say, yeah, man, like, understanding the fundamentals of working out, having a structure plan in place, that would be the actual practical solutions, man. But mindset is the most important thing. Adopt that mindset, bro. Like, no one gives a toss about you as much as you think that they do. And lean into them fears, bro. That's what I would say, man, when it comes to gym anxiety. For real, bro. But yeah, man, I mean, bro, this has been a wicked chat though, man. Like, this is the first of many. I'm gonna do way more types of these content, man. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. I've really enjoyed this chat, man. With my boy Ty Belly.
Good still.
Been real good,
Make
man.
sure you subscribe to bro's channel, all of that. Do all that up, comment below.
That's it, man.
And yeah, you're gonna see him in the next one.
Definitely, man. Love and blessings, people, man. Love.